I want to give a quick down and dirty on food storage. And I've been doing this a while, and a lot of times, well, I remember when Florida one time, I think it was in 2005, they had like 3 big hurricanes going through here, and the power was out for like a week, and it happened another time for several days. And I always kept food on hand, but then I started keeping more after that. But I would keep like foods that were in cans, and they have to be rotated. They might last a year or 2 years. You have to look at the dates. But rather than bother with that, I went to a lot of this 30-year stuff, and I have a hell of a lot more than this. This is like, chicken flavored vegetable protein, and there's chopped spinach here, and also this is non-fat dry milk, and these are good for 30 years. They're freeze dried. And I have another video on getting water from the well, water storage, so you need plenty of water, because everything, the big drawback of this stuff is there's no water available. I also have canned foods, but I want to go over some stuff about long-term food storage. And another one I have, I don't have it out here, is the eggs. And probably, yeah, they're not here, but there's a lot of, I have a lot of eggs that are freeze dried. Now, something else to get, I know you can use pasta, and I always get this garden type, but there's not much nutritional value in it, and I have a hell of a lot more than this. This stuff lasts a long time, and I get this type of brand, Yoga Organics, organic brown rice. And this, I think, is very, very, very important, because if you're going to eat some food that's basically a carbohydrate, you want the best stuff going, and brown rice is pretty good stuff. Now, what I'll do with the brown rice is I'll put hemp oil in it too. Okay, this being the hemp oil right here, I didn't have it out, and hemp oil and even coconut oil. This is coconut oil, Parachute brand. You see it says coconut oil on it. Coconut oil will last easily 5 years, easily. Now, I went over some videos on that. There's a lot of nutritional benefits to it. You can even clobber diabetes and everything else. Now, I get the 30-year foods because I got the canned stuff before, and what happened is they basically, I have to use them up before it expires. It's a pain in the ass, and I really don't know when you're going to need this stuff. So if you get this 30-year food, it's like you don't have to think about it for a while. You just kind of store it away. And I have a hell of a lot more than this. This is just some stuff I brought out. Another thing I like to keep out is, whole grain oats, quick oats. They're very easy to make. Another thing is these growing trays. It's called like Sprout Garden. And that's basically what it comes out like. And I like using the wheat grasses the most. I found that one's the one that grows some nice stuff. It tastes pretty good and everything. I don't like the other ones too much. I experimented with this, and basically it's a kit, and I'll probably make a separate video on this, but you put the seeds in here, cover them up with water, and they're not like immersed in water, they're wet, and you just kind of filter some water through there every few days, or every day, and after several days the thing's growing up. So like in less than a week you have grasses growing this high. Very highly nutritious, very much an anti-cancer fighter and all that type of stuff. The other thing I like to do is, there's some motorcycles going by here. It's I have a lot more herbs in this, but some of the ones I like to keep out is ground rosemary, very, very important. Also turmeric. I don't have that out here right now, excuse me, but I don't. Turmeric. Also, I like the lemon pepper too, and a pepper. And this is a combination of herbs, and keep a lot of herbs on hand, because the turmeric, pepper, and rosemary, and oregano, these type of things have all these little benefits, and there's a great deal of goodness out of that. Now, I know with the freeze-dried food, a lot of times you hate it because it's like bad tasting. The best thing to do, and I can recommend, is you get a hell of a lot of this stuff. A lot of hot sauce. I mean, really. What else can you do? I mean, it's stuff keeps forever. Makes any food taste good, especially like the dried powdered eggs and stuff. Now, another thing to keep on hand for flavoring, ground cinnamon and honey. I need to get more honey. I had tons of it. I ran out. I use this pretty much quite often too. But I don't take everything every day. I rotate. I just couldn't take everything every day because there's too many different things. But having a basic staple is one thing. Make sure you get stuff like honey. Honey can stay good for thousands of years. Cinnamon, very good. Hot sauce, I don't know how many years this stuff stays around, but it stays around a long time. It's a big time cancer fighter. Turmeric, rosemary, peppers, all kinds of spices, oregano and stuff. I like this particular spice. I don't know what it's put out by, I don't know who it, it's Van Spices, but it's basically a lot of different spices into one. So it's got like, thyme, savory, rosemary, it's got various spices in it all into one. It's pretty good stuff. That's why I like it. It's like less things they worry about. You got one spice, it's a combination. The other thing is, I was talking about this sprouting tray, where you have this, grows like this. And you buy this stuff, buy the big kahuna, and that's this right here. It's a 50, it's a 5 gallon, I don't know, I think it's like 50 pounds, or I don't know how many pounds this is, but it's like a 5 gallon pail. That's what you get. Don't mess around. I get this big 5 gallon pail. Green lentil sprout seeds, okay? So you can make a hell of a lot with this because it's just a tiny fraction of this makes a whole big tray, grows into a big tray. The other thing is, like I was saying, coconut oil, which actually is an antiseptic in a way. Now I like these vitamins are pretty good. I'm going to keep these more as backups. I like these a lot better. I was using these for a while, Nature's Way of Life. But even if they're expensive, I was stating that you can get, they're $50 retail. You can get it for $21 on Amazon delivered. The amount you take every day is supposed to be 3 pills a day, right? Well, even if you took 2 or even 1, you're better off even taking 1 of these than some of the other garbage that's out there, like 1 a day or Centrum or anything. These are much, much better vitamins. So if you're paying $21 for 180 pills, and even if you only took 1 a day, they're still not bad. It's not the full force, but that's a 180-day supply for $21. So if you really want to be careful on the bank, you can do it that way. Even just take 1 a day or 2 a day instead of the recommended 3. It's still got a lot of benefit. Now there's something else I want to get into. A lot of people don't know about this. Food of the ancients. And I have it in these containers. These are actually the the ones for wheat protein and stuff like that. And I put them in these containers because it came in 50-pound bags. I buy 50 or 25-pound bags. Quinoa, ancient grain of like the Aztecs and stuff. It's very high protein, contains complete protein. Also amaranth. Now I'm going to go over on how to cook this stuff. I saw so many different things on the web how to cook this. It's a big pain in the ass. You know what? There's a simple way to do it. You know how you do it? You just use a rice cooker. I got a Japanese rice cooker from Hitachi. I just measure it out just like rice. When the bell goes ding, it's done. It's perfectly cooked. No tricks, nothing. It's like simple as all hell. I'm going to actually produce a video on that and show what it is. It's very simple. But these are the foods I have for very long storage. And like stating, this is very good. I'm not going to probably use too much of this. I've been using it off of another supply. This is a backup supply. This will last a long time. But you can make a hell of a lot of sprouts with this. So if you have a lot of rice, it's got some protein in it. You mix a little bit of amaranth, right? You got good carbohydrates. You got good rice proteins, and rice even has some protein in it. This has very complete protein, the amaranth and the quinoa. And if you need to have extra nutrition, you can have these sprouting trays, which can grow a lot. Now the other thing is just to add a little extra measure. Even if you only took 1 of these instead of 3 a day, and you got them for the $21 delivered off of Amazon, you can't beat that. Essential acids, fatty acids, this is one of the best things going. So to me, if you're using the 30-year food combined with the brown rice, combined with the whole grain oats, and that's too many carbs, but you got some really good proteins in here. This is actually good prices on this stuff. This stuff lasts forever. And don't forget about hemp hearts. I got a big thing of this. and don't forget about hot sauce. But all this stuff is cheap. The only thing that's kind of a lot of money is these 30-year things. But who the hell knows when the sky's going to fall? If it falls 10 years from now, well, you still got 20 more years life on this thing. That's the beauty of that. You just get them and put them away, and I have a hell of a lot more than that. So hopefully this is helpful. And you know, one of the best things I think out there is this, the coconut oil. Been saying that, too many different reasons for that, but I hope I've been clear on this. And this is the most economical, common sense way to do this. And like I said, I'm going to go over in a separate video on how to cook the quinona and the amaranth. So super simple. I don't know why anybody didn't pick up on this. These are some really, really good grains. Nobody knows about them. These are high quality, complete proteins. Not many people know about these things. Very good.